Hey guys, I'm Becky and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to make this video because I had someone reach out to me with questions about the CARES Act and student loan forgiveness and what all of that meant for them. So I did a little bit of research and I put some information together and hopefully it helps you out. If not, share it with somebody that you know might help them. So back in March of 2020, the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, also known as the CARES Act, was passed dictating temporary federal student loan relief. The CARES Act initially suspended those payments, it made the interest rates drop down to zero, and it stopped the collection of defaulted loans all the way until September of 2020. Luckily, the student loan relief was then extended until the end of December, and then it was extended again until the end of January this year, 2021. Did the CARES Act include all student loans? Unfortunately, it did not. The CARES Act only included federal student loans. It dropped the interest rate down to zero, meaning that there was absolutely no interest accrued during the past 10-11 months now. The student loan relief also suspended the payments on active federal student loans, meaning if you're in school and you have a loan, you didn't have to make those payments, you still don't have to make those payments. And it also impacted those loans that are in default status. So what happens if you continue to make payments on your student loans, even though there was a suspension on it? That's a good thing, depending on your situation. All of that money, all of those payments that you made went directly towards the principal or the bulk of your loan. None of it went towards the interest that wasn't accruing. So basically, you just went and cut down your loan from this big, maybe to this big, or maybe even a little bit smaller, because you didn't have to pay any interest that entire time, and no interest was accrued. So if you did make those payments, or you're still making those payments, and your situation has changed and you don't feel like you financially can make those payments, or you're like, oh, I shouldn't have actually made those payments, I need that money, that is okay. That's completely understandable. You can go back to whoever's facilitating your loan and they will literally refund those payments back to you with no fault whatsoever to you. You can go back and ask for it right now and they'll give you the money back, and that's it. So one of the big questions that I had was, will those suspended payments, those months where those payments were due, will that count towards credits for public service loan forgiveness? It's a complicated area, but the short answer is yes. The loans would still need to be set up as a direct loan, and you would have needed to maintain full-time work with a qualifying employer. If you met those months counted as credits. If you weren't employed or working full-time during a portion of that period, say you had 3 months where you were in between school and starting a job or between jobs, those 3 months wouldn't count. But the rest of the months, as long as you meet all those criteria, would count towards that 120-month requirement. So what can you expect when the loan payments are actually resumed? Well, if you have automatic payments set up already, you don't have to do anything. It's going to automatically kick those payments back into gear once the suspension has been lifted. If you didn't have automatic payments set up and you had to go in manually and make payments, you should probably reach out to whoever is facilitating your loan just to make sure that all of your information is correct, your bank account, whatever it is up to date, so those payments for those loans can go through as smoothly as possible. Another option to keep in mind are income-based repayment options. These are income-driven plans personalized specifically to your individual income and the individual size of your household. You have to submit an application and jump through a couple hoops, but they can really help you out if you're financially not sure how you're going to make payments. So the last question was, will the suspension be extended out again? And the answer is yes, it already has been. On the 20th of January, just a few days ago, they extended this loan relief all the way out through September 30th of 2021. Since it has been extended out again, you should really consider honing in on paying off your student loans. All the money that you pay right now until September is going to go directly towards that principal amount, and you could end up saving yourself hundreds of dollars in the long run by dumping all the money you can right now into those student loans. If you fall under the public service loan forgiveness, don't make payments. As long as you meet those as long as you meet that criteria, those categories, and you check those boxes, months are going to count towards that requirement to hit that 120 months. So take advantage of that time, use that money, put it somewhere else where you really need it, pay off the house, pay off the mortgage, whatever you need to do in that regards. Make your money work the best that you can for you right now. If anything changes with this, I'll make sure that I post an update and reach out to people that have asked me directly questions about it. So take advantage of the time, invest your money wisely, and I'll see you next time.